Hi everyone, welcome to the another video of Property Expert Academy. And today we are going to learn more about how to find the sweet spot, the right location where you can invest. So this is a series of videos. If you missed the previous one, please do subscribe to our channel so that you can always get a notifications as soon as the new video comes up. But don't worry, the videos are still on the channel, so you can still go back and watch our previous videos, and that way you can always connect to this what we are talking about today. So we have looked at our videos previously where we spoke about 5 useful tips to invest in property in 2020. The first one was cash flow positive, where we discussed about how to calculate that. You will be able to see the video on this on our channel. So if you missed that one, please go and have a look on this. And then we also recorded a video on below market value, or buying the property at below market value to gear up your portfolio faster, and how it can impact your property portfolio. Today we'll be looking into the location, uh, how to find the right place or where to invest, what to look into, and then there will be a video on how you can understand your property portfolio and gear up, and then also treat the property investment as a business. So let's begin. So this is now area one. So I mean, of course, depends which part of the world you are in. So we have categorized few areas. So let's say there are some areas which are quite good in terms of renting it out. There is a huge demand. A lot of people like to live there, but then they go hands in hand. Like, so the area which are more in demands or rental, generally you will see there is a low rental yield. There will be like few areas. So for example, let's say we are mostly investing in London or on areas like Surrey, Kent, like those type of locations. So now if I'll compare the place in London, the rental, let's say if we are taking an example of a residential property, on an average you get rental income from 4% to 5%. Some cases could be more or less, but let's say in 4% are the areas where uh, you having a property in London or even in central London, the rate could be even lower than that. Now, since those areas are, of course, more in demand, a lot of international investors also invest their properties. Uh, there are a lot more mathematical calculations behind the scene, but let's understand here. So, some of those areas, if you're investing in London or in prime central London, then you will be getting a lower yield as compared to the yield that you can get in, let's say, the closest area when you go out of London. So let's say something in Surrey, somewhere in Kent. So we have invested in some of the properties in Surrey and Kent, where we have managed to even get almost 6 to 8% rental yield on residential, and even 8 to 10% on commercial. So this is where the difference comes. Like, so if you have one side, if you're investing in London, the area which are very much in demand, the rental yield you're getting 4%, right? Whereas if you are going slightly outside, where the demand is little less, you're really going to get like a little more on a rental yields. I mean, like if you go up in north, I've seen some of the properties producing 15 to 20% rental yield. So I mean, recently I was looking at one of the auction catalog, and there was an unsold property lot, and they were offering 15% rental yield. This was somewhere near Oldham, near Manchester. But just to give you this idea, so the areas depends on how much they have in demand desirability, that impacts on the rental yield. So that's one side of the area where you have low rental yield, and you have some area where you have high end rental yield. Now then, there are risk factor that we need to look at. So some area, let's say now, as I mentioned, so why even sometimes the property remain even unsold in auction room, where somebody is really offering 15%, or like a huge more than 10% rental yield, but nobody is willing to buy, because there are some places which are more in red zone, or very notorious tenants, or like some uh, I mean, the type of quality of tenant that you will get there, is not the one you would like to have for your property portfolio. So no point of expecting 15 to 20% of rental yield where you are really dealing with some difficult tenant, or like who can really affect your capital value as well. So then what you should do then, now say one side you're looking at a higher rental yield, other side you're looking to manage your risk. So what we normally suggest our students and the people who comes to our training, we say you find a sweet spot. So there are still areas between that green zone where it's more desirable, and the red zone where it's a lot of issues are there, but then you will still find there are areas that are in between of them, that is basically a equilibrium between those two issues, or where you are balanced in a way where the risk is not too high and your yield is also good enough for you to invest. So these type of areas you should be looking at it. So now, for example, if you are investing, let's say 200,000 pound in an area where rental yields are 4%, you, let's say for quick calculation, which means you're making 8,000 pound a year, of course, give and take a little bit here and there, and count all of your expenditure, which is separate thing. Let's say net you're making uh, 4% on 200,000 pound worth of property, then why you should invest in a place where you're only getting 8,000, whereas you can invest in the places where you can, let's say, get probably 5% yield quite comfortably, and still the area is not that bad. So the same 200,000 now is going to give you 10,000, which means effectively you have increased your profit by another 25%. So you see, just by moving a bit on a 1% yield basis, you are able to get 25% on your impact on your property portfolio. So when you will put this on a spreadsheet, I mean, in one of my book, I've explained this quite well, where more in details. The book called The Ultimate Guide to Property Investment is very well good book. I would recommend, this is on Amazon, so you can just put the name The Ultimate Guide to Property Investment, and you'll find this book. Buy this book, and then you will be able to see all that I've mentioned, how the numbers came impact on your property portfolio. So now what we have discussed is, just now going back to that, just by instead of 4% yield, if you're investing in an area where you're getting 5% yield, you're straight away adding 25% extra return what you will otherwise get in those areas. So why should you spend, invest in those area where there is a high in demand now? And then there are area where you may be getting 10% and all. So let's say in this situation, in the green area you get 4% yield, the red area you're getting 10% yield, but then here is a sweet spot, you may be able to get 5 to 6% yield, which is quite comfortable. You're not compromising too much on the area, but you're still not uh, you know uh, keeping your property rental yield low as well by going here. So you are basically getting a proper balance between these two areas. Now, so it is very important to find the right spot where you can invest your money and then grow your property portfolio faster, rather than just limiting yourself to a specific area. There are a lot more things to consider before investing in properties, because we don't really recommend people to, have property portfolios scattered all around in the country. So consider that as well. There will be some more videos on that. So keep an eye on those. And if you have not subscribed to our channel, please do subscribe so you will not miss any of our upcoming video and the knowledge that we are going to share in the coming week. So I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. If you have any queries, questions, please put your comments below in the blue comment section. And if you prefer to email us, you can email us on info. I think ignore this semicolon. This is info at propertyexpertacademy.com. And we'll be more than happy. One of our office staff will contact you when they see the email, and we'll see how we can help you in your property investment journey. So thank you for watching. See you next time. Have a nice day.